lot for both of the teams. But let's see which bucket list is going to be consumed and checked out of the list right here. Will Impunity KH land their second point of the day, or will the side of Nightmare Esports equalize and take one of their own? This is game number 3 of day number 1, and let us get it on with Sosol immediately being pressured here by Tai, and it is an absolutely good sign that they are being aggressive because Too Easy for Lexi is being disturbed here by the rest of the members of Impunity.
Yeah, I think he's going to force OP to use that retribution. And same, pretty much mirroring happened up here, but now OP not going to... Okay, forcing the flicker out already from Jasmine. He could be in trouble. This could be an early first blood going over the hands of OP. That is not who you want to give the first blood to early on, going over to that Fanny. Once again, they're going to force him back here too. So, good start for Impunity.
Yup, and this is what you don't want for a Fanny to get the first blood immediately, because first blood gold is absolutely different from a normal kill compared to the others that we will be getting in the next few minutes of the matchup. We're taking a look at Nightmare right now. This time around, they will allot Jasmine onto the bot lane just to be able to protect Cammy, and this is what you've been mentioning a while ago. You need to be able to protect this specific gold laner so that it will scale just enough and just right. And I like what Too Easy for Lexi is using here in terms of the green camps that they will be able to get, just to be able to delay OP from getting the necessary scaling and itemization in that part of the match, because this Fanny can easily go from one lane to another to just chunk down the green camps that are available to that specific jungler, which is why now, moving forward 5 seconds before the turtle will already spawn, it's going to be up to the side of Nightmare Esports, so get in with the position first, but it looks like a Boom is already there to anticipate them up.
Yeah, this is what I like, right? Both junglers, no jungle emblem here, right? They've got their own they've got their own emblems that they went in for this game. And so what I expect because of that is these team fights around these early turtles to kind of just be a bloodbath, right? And that's why we see not one team just kind of starting up that turtle quickly, taking it right away. Whereas now they want to contest on it, right? But Lutu, Cammy's still in the bottom lane, so they don't have their gold laners. It's just going to be up to the rest of them. And they're looking for a pick here to force, if anything they can, from Deja. Still holding on to the black shoes. Not actually going to commit to it. Not going to be baited out just yet. Jasmine taking quite a bit of damage, but the turtle now going to be focused on. There's another kill, though, going over to Boom. So they secure that turtle as well. Impunity, nice little lead here. Right now, they have about a 1k gold lead. OP now going to be focused on by Too Easy for Lexi. Just push him out of the jungle there. And he's got to be careful here. He's actually going to take quite a bit of damage himself. Deja and Tai working their way down. Too Easy for... Oh, man. And see... That's what I'm talking about. The placements for Too Easy for Lexi, unfortunately, not the best choice there. He was there for OP, forced him to back, and then was out of position and ends up dying here. And again, OP just freely farming up.
Yup, and speaking of position, I would just like to focus on the fact that, hold on, fight's about to begin here.
Oh, OP, all confidence. Jasmine actually has to force the flicker out, but also on the top lane, Boom, grabbing another kill. Solo kill versus Juviana. Nice pickup there. Once again, you know, I was going to ask you earlier, Sona, the matchup there, Paquito versus Thamus, you know, who comes out on top? But it's been answered. Boom.
Yep.
Boom comes out on top.
Yup, technically, mechanically wise, Boom has more of the burst damage, whereas Juviana's damage is more towards that, you know, a punch for punch, a blow after blow, but unfortunately, it hasn't been working because of the burst damage that it is presented. But so far, they want to fight again, and it's Deja. I love what Deja is doing, which is why Jasmine hasn't really been utilized as much in this specific fight, using the blooms to get Jasmine into half of his health and then let OP fight right after the bouncing ball. So Deja is just serving as a vision for the rest of the members of Impunity to determine whether the rest of the members are finally in half health. And take a look at this one. Tai back at it again, so pulling the rest of the members in, and this is another position secured by the side of Impunity, because less than a second the turtle has already spawned, and it's only Juviana heeding to the call of the turtle.
Yeah, Nightmare Esports might want to just continue to focus down the bottom lane like that, right? So you can see for a pick. And it's showing because he's 0-2 right now, hasn't been able to do much to counter OP. And you know, you now have to force yourself to find those picks, to find those setups with the Tyrant's Rage. And that's what we're seeing. Now the focus is going to be the bottom lane. Too easy for Lexi, going to be focused once again. They actually get the turret down there, but OP grabs a kill also in the top lane with Boom. So just plays all across the map right now, Sony.
Yeah, a macro gameplay has been secured here by Impunity just because of the fact that they are outplaying every other individual coming from the side of Nightmare Esports. And I have to say, too easy for Lexi hasn't really done much in this specific matchup other than to try and secure the items, which would also go in their favor as much. But no, the lethal counter is not going to be able to hit at the same time. And Boom, once again, landing the punches. And so far, it has been the continuous pressure by the side of Too Easy for Lexi. I don't think I've seen him compete with a full life just because of the fact that Deja and Tai are always, bugging him off, teasing him to the point that he can't really do much. And those mispositions are caused by those two. And here he goes again.
See, you leave Cammy alone for a second, Impunity's going to punish. That's exactly what they did. Even under the turret safety, they still go. And now here comes the initiation. Jasmine could be in trouble here. Altars could be popped. They get the retract, though. They find the kill on Jasmine. Soul also goes down. Mega kill going into the hands of Opie. This is the strength of that Fanny pick now. And now they're going to be working on this bottom lane turret as well. He's got no choice but to go back. Too easy for Lexi. Not much you can do here on that bomb.
Man, that is a very unfortunate turn of events coming in for Nightmare Esports just because of the fact that that was the first time I've seen him use that real world manipulation, and it is just to be able to defend the rest of the members of Impunity. Taking a look at the items right now, War Axe has finally been secured here by the Paquito just to sustain the fights a little longer, and too easy for Lexi with the Brute Force Breastplate, and it won't be enough to defend because they're now heading into the base up until the middle lane, been taken out by the side of Impunity.
And this is tough, right? And if you look, OP didn't even have much. He had a Malefic Lord, and he's just pumping out the damage right now because, again, that's what Nightmare Esports went with. They went with this kind of tanky lineup, and OP is just doing work on them with the Malefic Lord and the damage output coming out. They're going to secure themselves yet another turtle here, furthering that gold lead. You can already see they're almost about 5k gold lead ahead. Deja, like you said, Sona has been causing havoc for Nightmare Esports. Picking up that Ice Queen wand too is actually going to make it even worse because now you're slowed for life when Impunity already has a ton of mobility that you can't compete with right now, because that's what we saw. We see them crashing down everywhere. Look at Tai as well. He's finding those moments for him. And this whole time, Lutu hasn't had to do much, right? He hasn't really had to focus much.
Yeah.
Oh, Opie, though, going a little bit too confident into the enemy base here and gets caught into bad territory. This could be a little bit too overconfident for both of them, but Boom should be fine. Opie is taken out, though.
Yup, that is indeed the shutdown gold coming in for a Nightmare, delivering for the rest of the members in. So hopefully that's going to help them a little bit in terms of the itemizations, most especially because the rest of the members are still yet to secure a full build for themselves. But one of the biggest things that you've mentioned a while ago is Lutu not even joining the fight just yet, but has already secured a Wind Talker and a Scarlet Phantom for an increased amount of attack speed. And this just goes to show how much Impunity is willing to go for the team fights, most especially because they have the Cult Altar. Just take a look at Tai right now. Focusing Mark as the emblem, buffing your teammates up, and 7 full-on assist. He's not definitely afraid, and now they're gonna do it again with the kill going on to Lutu. And man, they are just going and going. They're not even stopping up until this point.
Yeah, right now, I mean, Cammy even trying to find
bounce back in this game, just like the real world manipulation you're seeing right now.
Oh, and there it is, right? They dropped the real world manipulation, but that's going to be the disengage from Impunity. They know they don't have to fight here. They have, and that's what I was just saying before while we were waiting to get back to the game. And now the Lord's up, right? So they know that Soul does not have the real world manipulation right now, and they can play around that because that's usually a big factor when it comes to these team fights around the objectives. Right now, Impunity has this advantage.
Yup, a significant advantage coming in for the rest of the members of Impunity, locking in that Lord uncontestedly. And taking a look at that gold and kill score right now, it basically explains everything that's been happening in this game. Ty just dishing out 8 assists, assist after assist in this game. And Boom also not really participating in terms of the fights, but he's doing what he must do. And this is a good sign for them so far.
Yeah, and I think, with the Lord marching in the top lane, they're going to have to deal with that, right? But at this point, what we want to see is them to find a kill, find a pick. This could be it. Actually, they should be fine, right? So they get a little bit of damage on Ty, but it's not going to be enough. They're going to lose this tier 2 turret in the mid lane, and they have to be able to defend here. The nice thing is Soul, once again, has that real-world manipulation up, but who do you even find, right? Who do you find for target here? That's the tough question for Niightmare Esports. They should be able to get rid of this Lord pretty easy. Here comes the conceal play, though. And there you go. The altar comes down. Soul's going to be the focus here. They push him back. Boom goes in with a flicker. Finds the kill himself. Under the turret. It's going to be worked on. Boom does finally go down. Soul's out of the picture. It's 4 versus 4 into the base. No, Niightmare Esports, can they actually defend this? Opie going to be working on the base, grabs a couple of hits before getting out of dodge himself. That's going to be a kill now. Lutu is down. Ty's going to be the focus too. Too easy for Lexi. Wants to chase Deja. Can he actually catch him? Finally, the kill is picked up here for Juviana. There you go. Lethal counter is not going to work there, but they find 2. And this is a good moment here for Niightmare Esports.
Honestly, one of the few things.
Okay, we're going to take a look at the replay here. As we saw, right? This is the push into the base. And we saw, boom, he found Soul, but he goes down himself. It's a 1-for-1 trade there. And now the base was going to be worked on. But again, if you guys look at this, that was a nice defense, right? Nice defensive stand from Niightmare Esports.
Yup, it is a beautiful initiation from them indeed, because of the fact that there's so many things happening right now. But one of the few things that I like to point out here is that there's so much engages coming in, and it comes to the point that Impunity KH is just unstoppable, Naisu.
Yeah, I mean, it's unstoppable, right? The gold lead, it was, I wouldn't say it's completely out of the picture, but it's still about 6K, almost 6K gold lead. But again, if Niightmare Esports can continue to hold on a little bit longer, then maybe they have a shot here to turn this one around. I think you can't expect them to actually go toe-to-toe in a team fight, even though, from what we saw before, previously in that team fight, was Impunity actually going in with a conceal, right? They were the ones pushing the go button. But Niightmare Esports, if they can somehow find a pick-off, which is going to be hard when you have Ty on that fair miss, but if they can find a pick-off, I think then we'll see something a little bit more in the favor of Niightmare Esports. But right now, it's tough because the next Lord is up.
Yup, the next Lord is up indeed, and it is going to be depending on the side of Impunity KH for them to be able to deal the necessary pressure for the side of Niightmare Esports, because one of the things that I would like to build up here is the fact that it is indeed a ticking time bomb type of lineup. If they don't finish this sooner or later, it's going to be up to the rest of the members of the side of Niightmare Esports to be able to finish it off once and for all, so they need to do it as soon as they can.
Okay, well, they just lost 2 members, and now they're going to continue on. Triple kill for Lutu. He is pretty low. Too easy for Lexi. Can't get the kill there. Ty also going to be the focus. He's so slow from Deja, though, from that Ice Queen wand. As he continues to work on, it gets looking for the buff, but look at that. All members are taken out of the picture here. Wipe out. Niightmare Esports falling apart in the jungle. And now Impunity KH just looking to end the game. Jasmine, the only one alive. Boom, trying to do his best. Here comes Juviana. Can they actually punch this one in? The base is going to be worked on. Ty also very low, half health here. Lord's still going to be up, and that's going to be it. Impunity takes game number 2 in their favor here in the best of 1 series. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Sona. Whew. What a game. What a game, what a game. And I just got to say, man, between both...
Si Victor ay nandito din, Pops the Falling Star Moon. That is Edward.
Curse burst na meron si Zia. Meanwhile, kinat-ngert ni Edward. Sino pa ba? Si Mo Bazin. Both of